collaboration and support. Let's make every moment unforgettable at Unrivaled.
4.5 weeks, this whole place is going to be basically a custom built facility. We're essentially doing something that's never been done.
When I first walked in here, it was literally just a black floor. I saw it in May, and it was the same thing. It was just like a room. She looks so good. Like Beyonce, none of
In Miami, we continue the quest to crown the one. You're watching the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament on TruTV, presented by Sprite. Tonight, we've got second round and quarterfinal action here at Wayfair Arena. The ultimate prize, $200,000 to the first place winner, which will be awarded on Friday. But work to be done as we join you courtside. Brendan Glasheen with the Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie and Sarah Kustok. Great to have you with us. If you joined us last night, thanks for tuning in. We saw excellent basketball. Here's a look at the bracket if you missed any of the action from last night in the first round. Take a gander. There's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with Pod A, top left of your screen. We've got three players making their debuts today, Sarah. Lloyd, Ray Burrell, Azare Stevens, and Shakira Austin with one of the top upsets.
Yes, she was. Well, welcome to one-on-one for Stevens, Burrell, and Lloyd. But to your point, I am really excited to see Azare Stevens and Shakira Austin. Two bigs that can play outside, inside, bring a defensive intensity, and it's going to be a gritty matchup between those two.
Now in Pod B, we saw three matchups, three winners. There's a dark horse that does make a debut today, too. Lisa Leslie's got a dark horse for us.
Well, listen, you got to see, when you look at Williams in this bracket, the fact that she's won a trash talker, but she's going to bring it. She's been talking trash the whole time, and she gets to match up with Ryan Howard. It's going to be interesting to see this matchup, and if she can continue to use her size to really get to that basket quickly. Over
in Pod D, we also only had one game take place in first round action. Skylar Diggins-Smith, she's had a knack for the game winners in 3-on-3, took down De'Erica Hamby. The debuts of Carrington, Sabally, and Lisa, folks have been talking about Enrique since this whole league launched to be the winner of one-on-one.
Listen, Enrique is one-on-one, whether it's from outside, inside, up and unders, the step back. She has everything in her tool bag that can help her be successful, but watch out for Skylar Diggins-Smith. Her smarts, her tenacity, she might be able to disrupt her tonight.
The first of 7 second-round matchups starts our first game of the night with Collier Copper and Alicia Gray in Pod C. Now, Aaliyah Edwards has already advanced to the quarterfinals thanks to a second-round bye, and she upset Brianna Stewart last night, 12-0. Mabry and Martin are both out, so let's take a look and really dissect Gray and Copper. Sarah, we'll start with you. Collier Copper, where's her advantage?
She can do it on both sides, and so after the win last night, she talked about getting downhill, getting to her spots, how effective she is from the mid-range, and also the defensive tenacity that she brings to the table. So that's going to be a lot of pressure on Alicia Gray and offensive power.
And Alicia Gray has been excited about the prize money. We know what she did in Phoenix, understands these moments in front of folks as far as the All-Star game is concerned. And look, she hit the three-pointer to win the game last night, Lisa. She's doing a little bit of everything to get in her bag.
Listen, Alicia Gray is a bucket, and she's about the money. She's trying to get this bag, folks. She gets to the basket, left hand, right hand. It doesn't matter. She has a lot of size and unlimited range. She can knock down threes. I think this is going to be a great matchup and another possible upset. You heard it from me first.
Jordan Canada, her teammate in Atlanta, she told her before their matchup, sorry, I have to send you home packing early. That's how it goes. You talk some smack, and then you let the ball do the talking. Let's take a look at the rules of Unrivaled one-on-one here in Miami. Just a refresher for you. Opening possession is determined by the three-point shot. The higher seed decides who shoots the rock for ball first. It's a 7-second shot clock. Games are played to that winning score of 11 points or whoever leads after 10 minutes of continuous running clock. 2s and 3s as opposed to 1s and 2s that you might be accustomed to when you're playing in the schoolyard. Same deal with fouls as you've watched in 3-on-3 here at Unrivaled. And it's make it, take it when we work our way through the second round quarters here tonight. The prize money here for the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. $200,000 to first place. Runner-up gets $50,000. $25,000 to the semifinalists, which each player that wins tonight is going to have an opportunity in their first game on Friday to get to $25K. And we've talked about the Lunar Owls. 5 of the 15 players playing, clubmates get some of that prize money. Let's send it over to public address announcer Kenny Walker.
Welcome to the second round of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. Let's make some noise for this historic event. Unrivaled fans, let's meet the first two players to face off. From the Lunar Owls, a wing from the University of South Carolina, number 15, Alicia Gray. From the Rose, a guy from Rutgers, number 2, Collier Copper. Copper versus Gray. It's coming up next.
The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite. Collier Copper with a slight height advantage on Alicia Gray. Just about the same years of professional experience. Both players are 30 years of age. Gray is knocking down the three this year at 43%. Each of the head coaches of each of these basketball clubs handed out a specific strength to their players. Gray got silent assassin from DJ Sackman, and Copper got bucket getter from Nola Henry. We are just about set for action. Alicia Gray, the 2 seed in Pod C. The 3 seed in Pod C is Alicia Gray.
Miami, welcome back to the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. Make some noise if you're ready for some second round action. Yeah. We have some electric matchups for you today, starting with the 2-3 matchup. At the 2 seed, it's Collier Copper. At the 3 seed, it's Alicia Gray. Leash, this is the first matchup of the night. What's going to be important to getting yourself off to a strong start?
Just sticking to my game, not doing anything out of the ordinary, and just do me.
Ka, what's your fuel? What's your motivation in this tournament?
The money. Let's just be for real.
She's keeping it a buck. All right, since you're the highest seed, you get the chance to choose who shoots for rock.
I'm shooting today. I learned from my mistakes.
All right, go for it. Ka's ball, check up.
All right, so Ka learned her lesson, allowed Aaliyah Boston to shoot the ball first in her first round matchup, and Boston sunk the 3. So it's Ka against Alicia Gray. 2 versus 3, the winner goes to the quarters to face Aaliyah Edwards, who automatically moves on due to a bye with Mabry and Martin out and defeated Brianna Stewart. Here goes Ka on the crossover. Chipping for it. Reset on the shot clock, 7 seconds for Copper. Jumper is strong.
Alicia Gray, one of the best defenders that we've seen here. Both of these women can guard, but Alicia has a little bit of the edge, in my opinion, with her three-point shot.
Copper's 3, left it short. Now, you'll see 2 gentlemen standing on each wing in the Sprite circles. Those are outlet passers that the defensive rebounder can utilize. Gray escapes and scores first.
Quickness, attacking the offensive glass, and it's going to be interesting to see. We saw different paces and tempos for players as they continue to play. Hopefully, Collier Copper is okay. She's laboring a little bit there. I don't know if she came down on her ankle.
Well, Ka was running on fumes yesterday, coming back from New Orleans, rooting on the Philadelphia Eagles as Gray uses the sidestep. A bit of a feeling out process here as Copper drives the baseline, absorbs. Loose ball, new 7-second shot clock begins. Ka, pull up 3, got it, takes the lead.
Both players really breathing hard in a very short period of time, but you have to remember, folks at home, it is tough to play defense and then go from defense to fast offense without a sub, You still have the ball. That takes a lot of energy, and both these women are both excellent defenders as well as shooters and scorers.
Uses the tying the shoe tactic to get a breather, and then we get a held ball. It is a foul committed by Gray, so Copper's at the line. This free throw worth 2 points.
In the magnitude of these free throws we saw continue to add up yesterday and how they can change the dynamic of a game.
And Collier Copper leads 5-2. First of 7 second-round games tonight. We'll also have the quarterfinals with you here on TruTV. Copper driving on the left side, chipped at and blocked by Gray. Still Copper's ball with 2.4 of the shot clock.
And right here, it's going to be important for Alicia Gray to really dig down deep. She needs a defensive stop because you don't want to get behind too far where it feels like it's too hard to catch up.
Touch pass to the outlet passer. The lefty, Gray, jabbing, firing a three, sinks it, tied at 5.
As you said, that's a big shot for Gray, tying this one up and just maintaining it. You talk about just how these players are breathing heavy, the conditioning, also just the moment, the excitement and the adrenaline that comes and kind of takes some of that.
It could have been 8-2, now it's 5-5, but Gray strikes on the make it, take it. Lead changes happen here in this format. It's now 7-5, Alicia.
Another key to playing one-on-one is going to be conditioning, and we know the Lunar Owls probably the best conditioned team in Unrivaled. Alicia really getting her second win right now.
An 84% free throw shooter this year. She missed a free throw in her first round game yesterday. Now, because it was an and one, she still made the previous basket, so it's still Alicia's ball. Shifty move by Gray. The ability to change speeds.
It's the change of speed, change of pace, and also you just see how she's using her body as well, understanding angles against Copper with her size.
Gray going for the win. Yes, moving on. Just rattled it home. First to 11 wins. Alicia Gray takes down Collier Copper. So it's Gray, Aaliyah Edwards to kickstart the quarters later tonight.
I don't know, y'all. I feel like I need to be in Vegas right now because I'm trying to tell you, I can call them. When I watch these women play, it's about that heart and that fight, but I love that Alicia Gray talked about who don't want money. Everybody needs the money.
And let's send it over to Roz, joined by Alicia Gray.
Congratulations to Alicia Gray advancing to the next round. Leash, you both are two great scorers. There was no real height advantage, similar in size. What made the difference in this matchup for you?
I was just able to make my shots. And also, I'm not 5'11", I'm 6 feet, actually. So, yeah, I mean, you just had to make shots. That's the biggest thing. I mean, Kai's a great player, great one-on-one player. So when I got the ball, I had to stay on offense as long as I had to.
That was key. They might have the wrong roster height for you, but you also were able to muscle your way to the basket at times. Are we also sleeping on your strength?
Yeah, I'm a big guard. I got that sneaky strength. So, I mean, if you want to sleep on it, stay on it. I'm going to keep using it.
All right, we're not going to sleep on you anymore. This is your name sign. You get to go walk to that board and advance your name in the tournament.
There's the smile.
I just love her personality, her attitude, and it's probably the accent for me. I mean, just to hear her talk, I want to hear all her comments, but she always has the best comments when she's done playing. Y'all can sleep on me if y'all want to, but yeah, I just really feel like she has the advantage because she's such, like she said, a big guard, Sarah, that can score, but she can defend the heck out of the ball.
And you see it. She said sneaky strength. I don't think it's sneaky. We see how physical she plays, the confidence that she plays with. And you mentioned earlier, she opened up the game to tie it back up with a three-point shot, then was on the attack. It was a big performance for Gray in this one.
You know, it's not mouse in the house, but the way she used her body and control, and again, being a lefty, I'm a lefty, it's an advantage because people kind of forget about how they get able to finish at the end, and she was able to spin back, over the top. Excellent job.
One of her priorities here in Miami to create my own shot and just be more comfortable in isolation. Coming up, we shift to Pod A, the debuts of Jewel Lloyd, the 1 seed, and number 4 seed Ray Burrell here at the Wayfair Arena. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, the one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Great Taste, 96 calories, Miller Lite, tastes like Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Back here inside Wayfair Arena, you're watching Unrivaled one-on-one tournament action on TruTV, presented by Sprites. Now we're working our way to Pod A, second round matchup between Ray Burrell, who automatically advanced with Natasha Cloud out, and Jewel Lloyd, thanks to you, the people, the fans, voted for Jewel to get one of those first round buys. So Jewel and Ray coming up. Brendan, Lisa, and Sarah back with you. We'll hear from Roz momentarily. Okay, so as we get ready for this next matchup, Ray Burrell and Jewel Lloyd. Sarah, for Jewel, what is it that makes her unique in Pod A, and rightfully so a 1 seed? What's her path? How does she get there?
Well, I think she's going to need to make shots, and especially perimeter shots against a player like Ray Burrell, who's active, has got length, and she's going to come at her on the defensive side. And you see Lloyd, you know she can score. She's a champion at so many different levels. She understands with her experience how to get to her spots, but it's going to be very important to hit some of those shots early on.
And for Ray Burrell, I know the nickname, you're going to drop it here in a second. Here,
absolutely. You know what we're talking about. Sweet Baby Ray is coming up. And why I call her Sweet Baby Ray is because she's so young, innocent in the way that she's one of the youngest players. But you know what? If baby girl can get low and take the brunt of what Jewel Lloyd, a small guard who can be very physical, she's going to have to let her nerves stay calm and make buckets. I think she could do it.
Sweet Baby Ray. Okay, very good. Jewel Lloyd and Ray Burrell is our matchup here. So the winner of this one advances to take on the winner of Azurá Stevens and Shakira Austin, which is coming up next. Here's PA announcer Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next two players to face off. From the vinyl, a wing from the University of Tennessee, number 12, Ray Burrell. From the Mist, a guard from Notre Dame, number 24, Jewel Lloyd. Lloyd versus Burrell. It's coming up next.
The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite. Ray Burrell with the slight height advantage and in wingspan. Jewel's got the veteran experience out of Notre Dame, the Gold Mamba. And Ray Burrell, just 3 years as a pro, has really shined here in Miami, showing off her versatility and growing her game.
Unrivaled fans, we have a 1-4 matchup for you. At the 1 seed, it's Jewel Lloyd. At the 4 seed, it's Ray Burrell. Ray, you got a top seed here. What helps you pull off this upset?
Just being me, playing hard, and yeah, playing hard.
Jewel, we've already seen a 1 seed go down. How do you make sure that doesn't happen to you?
Compete, play my game, have fun.
You being the higher seed, you get to choose who shoots for rock. What you got?
I'll shoot for it.
All right, here we go. Jewel's ball, check up.
All right, here we go. Jewel Lloyd, Ray Burrell. Now our next second round game is Azurá Stevens and Shakira Austin. The winner of that one plays the winner of this one.
Here we go, live action.
Ray catches the air ball, clears the rock off one leg. That was sweet.
That was nasty, and I love it. I hope that she does not settle for jumpers and makes all the moves to the basket. One of the things we saw, Sarah, is that when the big takes advantage of the small, whether it's driving past them or backing them down, they've been very effective.
And there's been a steady build throughout the course of these first couple of weeks for Ray Burrell of how confident she is, being assertive, getting to the basket. I think that carries over in this type of scenario.
Little hezzy, little crossover.
Ray Burrell on the block, stuck a bit, turnaround, no. Lloyd kicks it to the outlet passer, fires a three. And it caroms over the backboard, so out of bounds, Ray's ball.
I'm looking at Ray Burrell, but I'm also looking at Teresa Weatherspoon, her coach sitting on the side, just holding her breath for every move she makes.
Burrell picks up her dribble, 2 to shoot, has to heave. And Jewel Lloyd comes up with the stop.
And for as much as Burrell has improved the three-point shooting, that's going to be a key for Jewel to try and force her to take those perimeter looks.
Jewel Lloyd shooting 38% from three here in Miami. 11 made threes, hanging in the air. Could not make it in. Now Burrell races to clear it. Fires. 6-0 lead. Rattles in the tray.
I like that because Ray Burrell is meeting Jewel Lloyd at the rim, and obviously you talked about it in the beginning, Brendan. Her reach is one of the things you want to make sure she's forcing her to shoot over the top.
Oh! Okay, Ray.
I mean, I said force her to take perimeter shots. Now she's draining threes. That's the confidence, though, that she has shown throughout the course of this season.
2-point field goal wins it. Driving, getting the space. Can't hit it. Lloyd's got to go on a monster run now. Up fake. That's how you start.
And Jewel can score in bunches, so once she starts seeing it go through, and I think for her, having missed a couple perimeter shots, does a good job just getting herself right to the cup.
Right here, Burrell needs a defensive stop.
4-0, run by Lloyd, who, after the trade to Las Vegas, has been outspoken that she's finding joy again in playing basketball. She's settled into her role with her missed club, and it's been sort of a turning point for her here in this inaugural season.
She's so smooth, and she doesn't get sped up. Watch right there, able to create some space, gets Burrell back on her heels.
And I like it. It's a good use of her body. The body contact, again, Burrell doing a good job of cutting her off at the basket. I would almost let her get closer to the basket, so I would be for sure to be able to get a block. But I like the way she's using her body. Jewel Lloyd doing a good job.
Burrell with the steal, and she's moving on to the quarterfinals.
Lightning quick getting to the basket with that length, the quickness, the first step, and you take a look, she came in with some moxie, and she had a mission of understanding exactly how she wanted to operate, and did so very efficiently.
Ray Burrell with Roz.
Miami makes some noise. Ray Burrell pulls off the upset and advances to the next round. Another 1 seed goes down. What was the recipe for success for you, Ray?
Just using my size, my length, and my versatility to get the advantage, and then just playing hard.
You told me you worked so hard to show what you can do in this unrivaled league. What does it mean to you to see this hard work paying off?
I mean, it means a lot, but there's still a lot to be done.
What do you think you can prove to the world and to yourself here?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What do you think you can prove to all the fans, but more importantly to yourself?
Just that I love this game, and I just want to show what I can do and be me, and there's a lot to be shown, so I just want to keep showing that.
Your 3-ball went down against Jewel Lloyd. How much confidence do you have in your range as a shooter in this tournament?
Yeah, like you said, before I put in the work, so I get that confidence from knowing that I practiced that, and yeah, it just was going in.
All right, congratulations, you got the upset. Here goes your sign. Advance your name on the board.
Thank you.
Ray Burrell made 3 threes in this game, had made 5 in 6 games with Vinyl coming into one-on-one. And Lisa, we've talked to Teresa Weatherspoon at length about Ray Burrell, and she's told us she's intrigued by her athleticism and her enthusiasm, and Roz really encapsulated those 2 qualities right there.
Absolutely. Coach Spoon talked about Ray Burrell being that X factor for them because she is so versatile. Her ability to post up and also shoot over the top of smaller guards. Then she can face up and knock down the 3. The main thing for Ray Burrell is just confidence, and that's what I said. If she came out here and she didn't let her nerves get to her, I knew she could get the win.
Yeah, I think Teaspoon, you mentioned sitting over there like a proud mama watching Ray Burrell and how she was able to really do a good job of varying up how she was attacking Jewel Lloyd. I think that's a big part of it too. It's not just about her skill set or athleticism, it's also about the smarts of the game that she continues to build on.
But I feel like we got to give them so much credit to come out here and play one-on-one and put it all on the line to possibly get exposed. These women are doing it, and Ray Burrell just stepped up big and knocked out a #1 seed. But I'm really proud just watching them because it's not easy to come out here and display one-on-one for the world, and these women are doing it. So they all deserve flowers.
Ray Burrell gets the winner of our next game in Pod A. 6 seed Azurá Stevens, a stretch big who can knock down the 3-ball. Another sleeper here in this tournament, and Shakira Austin coming off an upset of Chelsea Gray. It's the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament on TruTV presented by Sprite. We'll be right back. Thanks to Sprite for presenting Unrivaled one-on-one tournament action. Here is our Sprite takeover. Here at the Wayfair Arena, the one-on-one tournament here in the inaugural season of Unrivaled. We're on TruTV tonight. Quarterfinals are after this second round, all tonight, leading up to an excellent Friday night here in Miami for the semis and the championship. We move on in the second round in Pod A. 6 seed Azare Stevens makes her debut in one-on-one, taking on Shakira Austin. Let's get you set for this next matchup. Brendan, Sarah, and Lisa with you courtside. Okay, when we take a look at Azare Stevens, Sarah, just so many tools in the toolbox, right?
Yeah, she's a scorer from the outside, from the inside. She's got a quickness to put it on the deck and get to the basket. And it's going to be interesting to watch how she's able to handle some of the strength that Shakira Austin presents, especially on the inside. But you look at some of these highlights of her, that's characteristic of how she can come at you. A big part is going to be knocking down those three-point shots and then open up the floor to get to the hoop.
So she advanced because Alyssa Thomas was out for first round action. Now, as for Shakira Austin, a 12-2 beatdown of Chelsea Gray in a 7-2 matchup. How does she carry that over, Lisa?
Listen, Shakira, big girl, go to work. This is going to be a tough matchup for her, but if she uses her body the way she did against Chelsea Gray, she should move on. But it's going to be tough because Azare Stevens is 6'6". She has the length to block her shot. But she's going to have to be savvy getting to the basket, using her physicality, make it physical. It's the only way she can win.
If you haven't been able to tell, Lisa is thinking about playing in this one day. She loves it so much.
One day or tomorrow?
Let's go to public address announcer Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next two players to face off. From the Lunar Owls, a forward from Ole Miss, number 1, Shakira Austin. From the Rose, a forward from the University of Connecticut, number 23, Azare Stevens. Stevens versus Austin. It's coming up next.
The tale of the tape is presented by Sprite. Stevens and Austin, the winner takes on Ray Burrell in the quarters tonight. Shakira, a matchup nightmare. That was the case last night against Chelsea Gray. Both 6'5" plus on the floor. And Azare brings that experience as a WNBA champion.
All right, Miami. Our next matchup is a 6-7 matchup. At the 6 seed, it's Azare Stevens. At the 7 seed is Shakira Austin. Shakira, yesterday you got the W, and you told me you're a shifty big. How do you keep that momentum going tonight?
The win yesterday doesn't matter today. You know, it's a new focus, so I got to finish 1-0. Anything can happen.
Azare, this is kind of a battle of the bigs here. What's going to make the difference for you to come out with the win?
Just using my versatility and my speed and quickness.
That's kind of what she got too, though.
Yeah, go big girls.
Shifty bigs. All right, you're the higher seed. You get to choose who shoots for rock.
So you can shoot first.
Azare, your ball. You shoot for it. It's Azare Stevens' ball to start.
Battle of the bigs.
I love this. This is so exciting.
I figured you would, as a 6'5" player yourself. Leaner is good for Stevens.
Now, Azare Stevens, here's the thing. She plays as a center, but she really has great guard skills, her ability to dribble. She's smooth. She can knock down the three with ease. And don't forget, she was also played 3-on-3 in the Olympics, so she's used to this setup.
And she's won a gold medal with the Pan Pan Am Games, and you've also considered playing with Brittany Sykes in December at AmeriCup. Second place finish. Austin spins, can't bank it in. Rebound to Azare. Now, Sarah, I would also think all the experience Shakira's had with Nafisa Collier in their shooting drills, especially that one-on-one component, guarding each other, that's going to pay dividends.
Without a doubt. And she's talked a lot about how Nafisa has helped her and just given her different pointers and different tips throughout the course of this season so far. I'm interested, though, to see if the experience last year of even getting a taste of this for Austin pays off more so, or if the fact that Azare Stevens is a little bit more fresh here tonight.
Trying to step through, but knocked away by Azare Stevens. 7-second shot clock. You see the two gentlemen on each wing, both serve as outlet passers for the rebounder, the defensive rebounder to be specific.
Stevens does a great job there, slowing up just enough to get Austin to come into her to foul.
And listen, this has got to be an ugly game for Shakira Austin. She wants to play physical. She's going to have to almost try and foul her, maybe before the shot if she gets put out of position. But Azare can score in a plethora of ways.
Three-pointer just grazes the iron. Austin defeated Chelsea Gray 12-2, and there's Stevens' range. Hitting the three-point field goal. She's made 6 so far here in Miami.
And offensive rebounding has become so important. That's where the quickness of Stevens, as soon as she released that, was going in for it.
Using her handle, couldn't bank it in. Especially in 3-on-3, these bigs have worked on handling the ball. You almost have to, right, to push the ball over half court. And Shakira Austin is on the board.
That's going to take a lot of energy for Shakira Austin, but that is exactly what she's going to have to do if she wants to win this matchup. She's got to try to get to the paint quickly, use her body against Azare, and then make it a fight down there physically.
Stampeding in for 2, so a 4-0 run.
But that's where the balance is. So Stevens obviously laying off because Austin's not necessarily taking a three-point shot, but it gives her a runway. And you saw how easily Austin was able to get to exactly where she wanted to, right in front of the hoop.
Taking the slow strut back to center court to catch her breath. Finding an angle. Rebound Stevens. Games to 11. There is a 10-minute clock here in the arena. In case a player leads after 10 minutes, they move on. Friendly bounce for Azare. 9-4 lead, can win it on this next possession. Azare scoring 14 points a night for Rose Basketball Club. Shimmy, shake, fakes the three, fires it up. Can Shakira Austin make a run? Austin. Stevens walks back out, driving, got the space, lays it home. It's Azare Stevens moving on in Pod A to face Ray Burrell.
Long strides, got downhill. She said it to Roz earlier, she had to use her quickness, and that's exactly what she did.
I thought she did a nice job shooting the three ball, but when she missed it, listen, we always say shooters know it's off her. She was able to get those rebounds.
She is standing by now with Roz.
Miami makes some noise for Azare Stevens advancing to the next round. You had an early lead, and then Shakira started to come back. What helped you regain control in the matchup?
Yeah, she's a beast down by the basket, so I just had to keep my hands up and try to disrupt her as much as I could.
You said versatility was going to be one of your strengths. What were you able to lean on and use that as an advantage?
Well, I missed a lot of threes in the beginning, but then I finally made one, so that helped me to kind of draw her out and then be able to get around her and go to the basket.
What's the mentality you need to kind of ride out the ups and downs of these one-on-one matchups?
Just like steady breathing, staying in the moment, I don't know.
Well, you get your first win here. Here's your sign. What we do with it is you take it over to the board here and advance your name.
Awesome. Thank you.
Congrats.
Steady breathing. I feel like we gotta all take that advice. What a great job. I mean, just for Azare Stevens, you saw how calm and collected. And we talked about confidence and brashness from some players. I think she just came in and had such a great composure about her.
Hey, shout out to Chloe, by the way, who is escorting all the players to put their names up. Chloe was doing that last night as well, making sure they get to the right places. And most importantly, put their name in the right spot on the bracket.
You know what I like about Azuré Stevens, though, that she has the ability, when you think about this one-on-one and all the tools you need sort of to be able to be successful, she has them, Sarah. She's an excellent defender. She can use her length. She can dribble, get to the basket, but she also can shoot the 3-ball.
And before this started, you had pointed her out as someone that you were keeping an eye on, and there's some reasons why.
Play of the game is presented by Miller Lite.
And there it is, the game winner. She had missed a 3-point shot earlier and realized she only needed a 2, and does a great job just using that elongated stride and reach.
Okay, coming up next in Pod B, Queen Fee, the 1 seed, took down Katie Lou in first-round action yesterday, and Rakia Jackson topped Jackie Young. So it's Collier and Jackson coming up next here at the Wayfair Arena at Media Pro. Thank you to Miller Lite for being the official beer sponsor of Unrivaled. The Sprite one-on-one tournament on TruTV continues. We've got the top of the bracket mostly figured out, pods A and C. We know our quarterfinals matchups. Now we've got to work our way down to pod B. Rakia Jackson, the 5 seed, takes on one of the 4 1 seeds. One got knocked out earlier in Lloyd. Nafisa Collier facing up with a fellow missed in Rakia Jackson. Brendan Glasheen, Lisa Leslie, Sarah Kustok. When we look at this matchup for Nafisa Collier, she got a little bit of a tight push there from Katie Lou Samuelson at the end of her game, but now she's got a lengthy wing in Rakia, Sarah.
This is going to be a challenge, and Nafisa Collier, we talked about the fact she's a co-founder. She has owned this league and how effective and efficient she's been in every category, in particular, how she can score at all 3 levels, and she's got so many moves in her bag. But the big one is that turnaround, and that's where I think Rakia Jackson can do something with that length and how she's trying to disrupt those shots.
An 11-3 win over Jackie Young for Rakia Jackson yesterday. How does she unleash the beast in this one?
Listen, the beauty is a beast, but she's going to have to go through Fee, and Fee said, everybody got to come through me. She said she's ready. So Rakia Jackson has a huge challenge when you face against a player like Collier. She's going to have to attack, play physical. She called it out and said she hopes the refs allow her to play, and that's what it's going to take, but also her ability to shoot the 3-ball and being accurate. Accuracy is going to be really important if Rakia Jackson wants to upset Nafisa Collier tonight.
So our next game features Ryan Howard and Courtney Williams, the 6-3 matchup. The winner of this one gets the winner of that one. Let's head over now to the public address announcer here at Unrivaled, Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next 2 players to face off.
I just need my space right now.
From the Mist, a wing from the University of Tennessee, number 5, Rakia Jackson. The captain of the Lunar Owls, a forward from the University of Connecticut, number 24, Nafisa Collier. Collier versus Jackson. It's coming up next.
The tale of the tape is presented by Sprite. Nafisa Collier is a versatile force, no question about that. She's been doing it, leading the league in scoring, tops, and rebounding. And Rakia Jackson at 6'2" does present that length issue after one season in the summer with the LA Sparks. She's doing her thing here in Miami.
All right, Unrivaled fans, we have a 1-5 matchup. At the 5 seed, it's Rakia Jackson. At the 1 seed, it's Nafisa Collier. Rakia, with you being a lower seed, how much do you embrace the underdog mindset here?
I mean, they just placed us where they placed us. I feel like even me, I was just clicking numbers. Like, I was like, it is what it is. So I just feel like you just got to come out and play.
Fee, with you having a top seed here, you have a target on your back. How do you handle that?
Just play my game. I think I'm the best player here, so I just got to go out and show it.
All right, well, you also have the chance to choose who shoots for ball.
I'm going to shoot it.
Go for it, Fee. Rakia's ball.
I've been the best player here. Now we just got to go out and show it. What a goal.
See? Tell him.
Nafisa Collier, not shy at all. And there she is, proving it.
Well, let me just tell you this. If you say that, you're going to talk that talk, you better walk that walk. And Nafisa Collier is the player who can back up exactly what she said. But I'm surprised she said it. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, Rakia Jackson didn't realize the shot clock only had 1.4 seconds. Maintaining possession there, so a fresh 7 for Collier. Working on the elbow. There's that move again. Works like a charm.
Well, Fee talked about getting to her hot spot. That's her hot spot. Anywhere in that paint, you see that turnaround jumper, the step through, she has the footwork. Ooh, off the backboard. Okay, Fee.
The footwork, the fundamentals, everything about Collier's game is on point.
Co-founder of Unrivaled missed a layup. Rarely done that. 63% shooter though thus far in the season. She's going for the ball, got the paw in there, but a foul on the wrist of Jackson.
Okay, the gamesmanship of the fact that it's on the floor, it's just a reset. She doesn't get to shoot free throws. Smart foul.
Lose your balance there for a moment. Why not regroup? Now she has to catch up to Rakia at 6'2", skying high, and a foul. There was contact with Rakia's face. As Fee stalls for a second. Jackson a bit shaken up after the play. One free throw worth 2. That same rule carries over from 3-on-3 to 1-on-1. And Sarah, you've been harping on this. That's why free throw shooting is so important.
It just makes such a difference. And it's when you're in the middle of a break.
Now, Rakia's been perfect at the line. 10 for 10 here in Miami to this point in the season. She's on the board, 4-2. The winner goes to the quarters and draws the winner of our next game, Courtney Williams and Ryan Howard, as Jackson swirls home a 3. Ruled a 3 by the officials, now up 5-4.
A part of her game she's been working on. That changes the complexion of her offensively.
Crossover Rakia. Spin move, faking, falling away. Just flutters off the iron.
I love this matchup because they have such similar moves and footwork. Both excellent shooters, even when they're off balance. Both just miss those shots that they can both make. But I love how Fee is picking up full, like all the way out.
Nabbing at it, Jackson fights for an angle. Outlet passer utilized, one on each wing. Three-pointer, Collier. Jackson still in the lead. Now their two clubs, Mist and Owls, just faced each other. Owls went to 8-0, and Collier gets hammered and going to the line, one worth 2. And a chance at the lead.
Listen, you better know that there is $200,000 on the line, and this is exactly how you're supposed to play. Every single possession you fight for it, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And Nafisa ripped that. For as much as we can talk about her offensive skill set, defensively, she's an absolute beast. Come on.
The defensive player of the year in the W, yes, this is what she does.
Takes the lead 6-5. It's a $350,000. That's important to know.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget them zeros.
$350, the $350,000 prize pool.
$350,000.
Yes. That matters.
I think I
very much so.
$150,000.
I don't know how many players would be playing in this thing if that was the case. It was just $350. $200,000 to first place. Runner-up gets $50,000. Semifinalist $25,000 per. So $50 total between the two players that reach the semis. Once again, Collier capitalizing at the free throw line. It's 8-5.
Right here, Rakia Jackson needs a defensive stop.
Banks it in.
Now you already know Queen Fee smells blood in the water.
Just so smooth. The defense off balance, going for the victory, tries to draw a foul, doesn't get one. It's Rakia Jackson's ball. Reset the shot clock, 7 seconds. Rakia through the legs, wearing those bright pink sneakers, tough shot. Rebounded by Collier. Needs one hoop to move on. Fires from 3. It's a long 2 to move on.
Listen, Queen Fee came to play. She is not taking any prisoners, and she said, you got to go through me. And Sarah, she meant it.
She did, and on both sides of the ball. That was some nasty defense with some shot making to go with it.
All right, Nafisa Collier, the 1 seed in Pod B, moving on to the quarters. She's with Ross.
All right, Miami, make some noise for Nafisa Collier advancing to the next round. Fee, right at the start of this, you said, I feel like I'm the best player and I just have to show it. What's the confidence that you have to talk the talk and to walk the walk?
I put in the work, so I feel confident every time I step on the court.
At one point in this game, you threw the ball off the backboard, caught it, and finished it. Where'd you get that trick up your sleeve from?
Well, I knew I was like in a bind right there, so I tried a little alley-oop off the backboard.
You also ripped the ball out of her hands. You got a lot of stops. You're the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. How is being so strong on defense something that can take you far in this tournament?
I try to lean on that. You know, if you can't score, you can't win, so I'm trying to play really aggressively.
All right, Fee, congratulations. This is your first game, so this is your name card, and you advance it on the board.
right, Nafisa Collier moving on. So she awaits the winner of Courtney Williams and Ryan Howard, which is coming up next. But yeah, the defense really on display there, Lisa.
Excellent defense, and you got to see all the Lunar Owls. They're all doing their little owls and cheering each other on. But listen, Nafisa Collier, she told no lies, folks. She is the best player in Unrivaled, and it is because of the work that she puts in both offensively and defensively, Sarah. So listen, she said it, and she backed it up.
And a big part of it, too, is the understanding of when she's in isolation, she can play against the best of them, and she's shown that throughout the course of 3-on-3 play, but this is where she's really shining.
Well, it's the post move and the counter moves that she has, and she has a plethora of them. But I thought the play off the backboard, brilliant. There's no rules that say you can't toss it off the backboard. If they put it in the rules, they forgot. So she threw it up there and was able to get her own rebound and put it in.
So 2 Lunar Owls are moving on. Will there be a third? Courtney Williams, the 6th seed in Pod B, takes on the 2 seed in Ryan Howard. That's coming up next. You're watching the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament on TruTV, presented by Sprite. DraftKings is an official partner of Unrivaled, and new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. Download the app and use promo code BANKSHOT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite continues on. 6th seed Courtney Williams getting loose. had a first-round auto advance with Tiffany Hayes out due to injury. Ryan Howard defeated 7-seed Lexi Hull 12-7 yesterday. Howard and Williams, these two play with a lot of confidence, and when Ryan Howard gets going, she is just so dangerous out there.
She is. She's got size, she's got quickness, and we saw her be really strategic in her win last night and how she was able to monitor her tempo and the quickness of whether she was attacking, whether she was going after offensive rebounds. And you like that type of thought and approach to how you're going to attack this and the longevity of making sure that you're at your highest level of energy.
Ryan built a lead, then Lexi went on a nice run herself to make that game closer than it maybe looks. Now, Courtney Williams had the bye. She was sitting courtside, Lisa, watching very intently. She's a focused player, high IQ, and she was locked in scouting yesterday.
Listen, the #1 trash talker is here, and that is Courtney Williams, and she is ready to play. And whether she's shooting fast, I think one of her strategies is going to be to speed Ryan up. She can shoot fast. She can also rebound and use her quickness. She can also strong enough to use the body to body of Ryan. Ryan can't shoot over the top, but Courtney Williams, I think she will also come with that strategy, that fight, and that heart. And plus, her dad is on the sideline, which you know, when her dad is here, she's ready to show out.
Well, talking about trash talk, she said, hey, I don't think there's enough of it. We'll find out if she brings it to the table. Let's send it to public address announcer Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next two players to face off. So good. From the Lunar Owls, a guard from the University of South Florida, number 10, Courtney Williams.
Whatever she wants, she got it. They pick it.
From the vinyl, a guard from the University of Kentucky, number 10, Ryan Howard. Howard versus Williams. It's coming up next.
Two competitors just locked in, staring straight ahead. Here's the tale of the tape presented by Sprite. Courtney Williams, we know she can leap and get up there on both ends of the floor. 10-year professional, went to the University of South Florida. Ryan Howard out of Kentucky, former Rookie of the Year. She is shifty, can get to the rack and also knock down the three-pointer.
All right, Unrivaled fans, we have a 2-6 matchup. At the 2 seed, it's Ryan Howard. At the 6 seed, it's Courtney Williams. Court, we saw you sitting right there yesterday, watching your opponent. What did you take away from the chance to scout your opponent?
Oh, I ran her film back like 5 times last night. So I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in.
Ryan, you got a spicy opponent. She might be talking to you. How do you handle that throughout the game?
I mean, that's just Court. She's going to talk regardless, so keeping her out, talking back a little bit, and have fun.
All right, we'll see whose game does the talking. As the higher seed, you get to choose who shoots for rock.
I'll shoot.
All right, Ryan's going to do the shooting. Ryan's ball, play ball.
I'm excited for this one.
I hope y'all got your popcorn ready.
This feels a little more intense than previous ones. I don't know what it is. And there's a block by Williams as Howard goes down.
I think because you know they're going to be talking all game long.
Ryan played Lexi Hull yesterday, and of course Williams was watching.
That looks like a clean block to me, but you know, there's 3 officials on the floor, so Ryan has the ball back.
Ryan Howard from half court at the Sprite logo. He only had a second to shoot on that 7-second shot clock. Williams with her first possession. Shante Anderson, Shem Rivera, Andrew Casas are officials. Williams sidestep 3. Got her old miss. Howard's practically daring her. There's the outlet passer for Howard. She fires one up. Wing-to-wing operation. Williams from the mid-range swirls it in to take the lead.
I think it's going to be dangerous if Ryan Howard gives Courtney too much space because she does have a quick release, but she also has to be aware of her quickness and speed to go around her.
Buckets on demand. 4-0 lead.
And Courtney Williams, the mid-range master, that's where she wants her shots. That's her spots. And to your point, though, Lisa, if you start to get up on her, she can go past you.
Left side this time. Little cha-cha by Courtney.
What I love is that Courtney's dad is on the side literally like dancing, which is just pumping her up even more. She's going to continue to get in her bag.
Oh.
And again, Ryan Howard, she's got to make more of an effort. And I told you, Williams will speed her up in a way that she doesn't necessarily want to be sped up.
Well, in that shot, there wasn't even a hand up for her.
Can win it with a 3. It's been the mid-range as the recipe here in the second round. Fall away and a shot clock violation. Ball never hit rim. There's Courtney's dad to the right of your screen. He is loving it.
What's funny is he's telling her to use the pump fake like he's coaching her from the sideline.
Don became Mr. Hype Man during the WNBA postseason. He went viral for his role in Minnesota's run to the finals.
Courtney Williams' teammate Skylar Diggins-Smith used those on-the-floor fouls very well in her game yesterday, and you see that there from Courtney because she realized Howard would have gotten by her.
Howard looking for her first points. Shaken. There's the shiftiness on the board. We've yet to see a comeback, really, a big comeback in this one-on-one.
Well, if someone can come back, it's Ryan Howard, and she's going to have to pick it up a little bit. Pick up the pace, use her height, shoot over the top, maybe even possibly get to the free throw line.
Courtney Williams tries to give the foul. She does. Anytime there's a foul or the ball goes out of bounds, you bring the ball right back up, just like you would in the backyard. So a new 7-second shot clock. Howard to her left this time, hits, okay, 8-5. Courtney digging in right now on defense. Low stance, keep it in front. Howard is fouled. Getting 1 for 2 points.
And Ryan Howard, she's just so cool. She's so smooth, and you just like want to see her have this burst of energy. But you know what? This is her game. She's just smooth. She's a smooth shooter, Sarah. She has one of the best strokes in the league. She almost plays like she's not breaking a sweat,
But,
you know?
And she's got the height, though.
And she's a bucket.
Yeah.
So Courtney led 8-0, 7 unanswered by Howard, going for the lead, and she's held on her wrist. Williams helps her up, but Howard's going to the line and can take the lead.
Interesting part, though, you say that, and Lisa, I feel like we noticed this in Ryan Howard's game last night against Lexi Hall, but she turned it on when she was a few points away from closing things out. That's when she changed the dynamic of how fast she was going and even attacking the glass.
Now Ryan Howard's in front and can win it with a bucket here in the make-it-take-it format. Williams pulls up her shorts, hands on knees. Howard driving. Williams swatted at it. Howard gets it back on a new 6, but she stepped on the end line.
Okay, Courtney, I see you. Court Weezy out here. She just said, give me one more chance at an offensive opportunity. You gotta love the fight.
By far our tightest game to this stage in the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. This is to go to the quarters to face Nafisa Collier. Williams is down by 1. The 3 to advance. Fouled, shooting a 3. That means she gets a free throw worth 3 points.
Wow, that's huge. I think that's our first foul on the three-point line, which is huge if Court can knock this free throw down.
She's moving on. And she embraces her fellow Owls,
Wow.
and of course, Tad.
The Lunar Owls are amazing as a team, and listen, they are giving themselves, Sarah, their team a chance to walk away with some cash flow.
Across the board. But it was the defensive stop that got her that opportunity. Courtney Williams. We're going to have some entertainment here.
But now it's Fee against Courtney in the quarters. So that's good stuff. Let's send it over to Roz with Courtney Williams.
Make some noise as Courtney Williams advances to the next round. Court, you were locked in from the very first defensive play. What's the mentality you stepped into this matchup with to pull off the upset?
Honestly, it don't matter who in front of me. They got to get my best effort. So I know Fee next, so I hope she ready, because we going to battle.
That's your teammate in Minnesota. You know her very well. Could that familiarity help you in this next matchup?
For sure. But she know me well too. So we gonna have to battle.
Fee's talking big. She already said publicly, I'm the best player here. I just gotta show it. How do you shut that down?
She gotta get through me to get to that money.
We saw against Ryan Howard, this was a very physical matchup. How did you use physicality as something that is a tool for you in here?
Ryan's so shifty, man. And she got a lot of height on me. So I knew I was gonna have to pressure her and just hope she missed. So thank you, Lord.
All right, well, congratulations. This is your sign. Please advance your name on the board.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
I mean, Courtney Williams led 8-0, then Ryan Howard storms back, 9 unanswered, and then in the act of shooting a 3, fouls Courtney Williams, and that was the flow of the game. And Don's loving this, loving it.
When I tell you Courtney Williams' dad was sitting courtside, I knew it was going to take this type of effort. And that defense at the end, Sarah, to get that defensive stop with everything she had, gave her an opportunity to get the 3 and get fouled for the free throw.
Played bigger than what she was, and she forced Ryan Howard along the baseline, didn't let her get off an easy look. I mean, we know what's inside her. We know the moxie, we know the heart.
But
Yeah,
you see the mental game, though. The mental game that she played on feet already, sending the message that she knows she's going to face feet. But it's that pull-up jumper that she had from the beginning, the poise to take those shots.
She got to her bread and butter. That's her game. That's her game. And then at the end, does a great job in sealing off the win with that free throw.
Top seed in Pod D, off a bye, Arike Ogunbowale. Anxious to get out there, getting loose on the practice court. She takes on Skylar Diggins-Smith, who rolled De'Erica Hamby in the first round yesterday. Skylar, Arike, it's next. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Ford, built Ford proud. Here at the Wayfair Arena, Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Sprite. The first ever one-on-one tournament rolls on. We're in the second round. The debut in one-on-one for Arike Ogunbowale, the 1 seed in Pot D, faces number 4 seed, Skylar Diggins Smith. Brendan Glasheen with Lisa Leslie, the Basketball Hall of Famer, and Sarah Kustok. Roz will be joining us in just a moment. Okay, the debut of Arike. What chances, of course, folks like her, not just tonight, but to win the whole thing, but what's the key for Arike mindset-wise?
Buckety bucket, just the way she can score, how she can do it in bunches, and in particular, her effectiveness from the three-point line. She creates space so well, gets to the places on the floor where she is just so dominant in how aggressive she can be, and that's also getting downhill, but tough matchup with the Skylar Diggins Smith defense.
Well, Lisa, Skylar's hit multiple game winners for Lunar Owls, has really had that clutch gene for that team. We've talked to DJ Sackman. She's leading the charge for that basketball team, and she looked pretty dominant against Erica yesterday.
Listen, Big Mama's in the house, and she's ready to get her money. What I love about Skylar Diggins Smith is that you can tell she knows every rule in this one-on-one, and she's going to use it. Her ability to get that step back, also getting to the basket, but it's going to be interesting what types of gamesmanship she uses against Arike Ogunbowale.
Notre Dame against Notre Dame. Skylar, Arike. Let's go to the public address announcer, Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next 2 players to face off. From the Lunar Owls, a guard from Notre Dame, number 4, Skylar Diggins Smith. The captain of the vinyl, a guard from Notre Dame, number 24, Arike Ogunbowale. Ogunbowale versus Diggins Smith. It's coming up next.
Tale of the Tape is presented by Sprite. Both out of Notre Dame. Skylar Diggins Smith, just a cold-blooded assassin at times out there on the floor, and she gets buckets. The height advantage about the same. Arike's got a little bit of reach. I'm telling you, though, I think folks are really excited to watch the vinyl captain coming off the bye. Skylar played yesterday in the first round. Winner advances to get the winner of Satu and Dijonais after this.
All right, Miami, we have a great matchup here at the 1-4 slot. At the 1 seed, it's Arike Ogunbowale. At the 4 seed, we have Skylar Diggins Smith. Sky, yesterday, you told me Arike is one of the toughest one-on-one players here. How do you embrace this challenge?
Just the same way I embrace every other challenge, going to compete as hard as I can, and don't stop, try to be a gremlin, and live with the results.
All right, coming to you, Arike. You're a top seed. Everybody's been waiting to see you in this one-on-one tournament. How do you step into this with all eyes on you and all eyes on this matchup?
I mean, I just hoop. I'm glad I'm playing against Skylar. You know, she's a great player, super competitive, so it should be fun.
As the higher seed, you get to choose who shoots for rock.
I'll shoot.
All right, here we go. Arike's ball, check up.
Skylar Diggins Smith is already in that defensive stance. Low and engaged. Off we go. First to 11. Arike starts with a drive, deflected by Diggins Smith, and then she throws it away.
She got
lost the handle on it.
Well, she got mixed up with the official and the guy, but that's all right. That was a nice defensive stop.
Yeah, the outlet passers are on the wings. Ogunbowale off the mark on the lay. 3-pointer. Rebound, Diggins Smith. Used that shot to win the game winner against De'Erica Hamby yesterday, teammate of Arike with vinyl. Skylar's told us, if I don't come out and compete, I fear I will get beat. That's 1-on-1, 3-on-3. That's just been her style as a professional.
Absolutely, and what I love about this is that you want a competitor, a person who's going to play every single possession to the best of their ability. She knows that she has that three-point shot, and she's going to look for it. It's going to be tougher for her to try to beat Arike to the basket, and maybe Arike's going to concede and allow her to shoot.
In the high post, Arike falling away, short on the jumper. 2018 national champion at Notre Dame, Skylar Diggins, class of 2013 at Notre Dame, able to get it to go.
Well, you love this matchup because both players are so strong, they're physical, they're trying to use angles in their body.
Skylar feeling it out a bit. Doesn't get the bounce. Arike hurries to the corner, blocked by Diggins Smith.
Come on, Sky with the block. Remember, Sky is actually 5'9". Let's get her height right. So her ability to get out and block, she's an excellent defender as well. And like she said, she's going to play as hard as she can every single possession.
Skylar is second in Unrivaled in steals per game, 1.8 per contest. Just a pest, and as to use her word, gremlin out on the floor.
Well, in both these players expending so much energy defensively. And it's not to say we haven't seen that in other matchups, but you can look at it, and I think that's where it's kind of affecting their shots and the looks that they're getting, and also some of these shots that we would typically see fall for them.
Arike maintains the dribble, banks it in, plus the foul.
Well, you know it's going to be a battle every single shot. Going to the basket, I think, for Arike might be her strength, and also her mid-range game. Like, it doesn't have to be a three, even though the three seems very inviting.
I think what's interesting, we've seen that already play out in this second round. Arike didn't have to play yesterday, Skylar did, so she's got a feel for how this works in terms of how you have to maintain your conditioning. But Arike got a day of rest. Finals played just 6 games. Didn't play Saturday as Skylar rushes to the three-point line, knocks it down. 5-3, Diggins Smith.
One of the things is, to Skylar's advantage, is going to be her conditioning and her ability to continue to play and also get rebounds.
Up with the left. Arike faking, Arike for the lead. Yes! 6-5. Takes her time back to half court. Once the ball is in her hands, the 7-second shot clock begins. Ogunbowale got right by her.
And it looked like Skylar Diggins Smith was trying to foul her there. A foul on the floor wasn't called, and it's an easy layup then for Ogunbowale.
So Arike can win it with a 3. Our next matchup is Sabally and Carrington. The winner of that one plays the winner of this one. Arike, up fake, leaner.
Excellent defense by Skylar Diggins Smith, but I also like Arike's, you know, her effort in trying to get to that step back three, which is one of her shots, but she's having success getting to the basket.
Diggins Smith logo 3 is pure. 8-8. Three-pointer from each player would win it now. Skylar wants to burst. Skylar Diggins in the cyclone, spinning. Arike comes up with the stop. Does she use the 3 to win it? Arike fouled on the shoulder. Not in the act of shooting.
Got the whole Lunar Owls cheering section over there.
Yes, Skylar looks to be the 4th Lunar Owl to move on. Fee and Courtney will play each other in the next round. 3-pointer, or 3 more points, wins it for each player, and Arike is fouled. And yes, this time in the act of shooting. Of course, Alicia Gray is going to be our first quarterfinal game tonight, taking on Aaliyah Edwards. We are airing the quarterfinals tonight as well. So we'll find out who the semifinalists are by the end of the night here on TruTV. Arike, 1 worth 2. Rattles it in, 10-8.
Well, here's where Skylar Diggins-Smith needs a stop and a 3 for the win. Can she do it, or is Arike gonna get to the basket?
Up for the task. Churning in. Arike missed the lay. Got it back. New 7. Arike. High archer is fouled. Skylar's like, come on. But Arike will take it. And to make here, she's moving on. One seed Brianna Stewart in Pod C lost in a shutout to Aaliyah Edwards. We saw Jewel Lloyd fall to Ray Burrell. Can Arike be the second 1 seed to advance to the quarters?
Or is she gonna miss it?
Yes. Arike Ogunbowale earned a first round bye thanks to the fan vote. Moving on to the quarters to face either Satu Sabally or Diggins Carrington, which is coming up next.
It's going to be a good one. We have not seen Satu or Diggins yet, but oof, that was a battle.
Arike standing by with Roz.
Congratulations to Arike Ogunbowale advancing on to the next round. That was a tight game. What eventually helped you find your way to a W?
Just driving. I mean, I really couldn't hit a shot for real, so just getting to the basket. I mean, a foul is a foul, so if I'm shooting a free throw, I'm shooting a free throw. But like I said, I love Skylar. This was competitive, and this was fun.
Yes, she was working on defense. How did you eventually settle in and then break through her tough defensive play?
Yeah, I think once I realized my shot wasn't following, just getting to the basket. Even I was missing those, too. I guess I got to work on all of it, but a win is a win.
How do you handle the ups and downs of these one-on-one matchups, especially from a mental perspective within the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think like a lot of players, we've been playing one-on-one our whole life. So to the fans, it's probably new, but we've been doing this in the backyard in off-season. So it's just, another way we work and have fun and, get better.
And I saw you on the way out lastly. You and Sky dapped each other up. You're both Notre Dame alums. How much just respect and competitiveness is there going both ways between the two of you guys over the years even?
Yeah, I think I can't say enough about Sky, her work ethic. I see her in the weight room every day, getting work every day, and she's a real pro. So, like I said, it was fun.
All right, congratulations, Arike. You advance on to the next round. You go this way.
It's a cool answer there by Arike, understanding, Skylar Diggins-Smith, her importance, other great players at Notre Dame that really laid the framework, and then Arike delivered the national championship, some of her teammates from that title team here at Unrivaled. She made things happen.
I also think her saying they've been doing this their whole lives, and we all know that, you watch that, but to do it on this stage and to put yourself out there in the way that they have, this has been so much fun to experience along with them.
And also remember, Arike missed the first few games when we were doing the preseason. So remember, she was just kind of working her way back into it, not quite in full rhythm. And then she's gotten some games under her belt. So you can still see she's working on her fitness, her outside shooting, her inside shooting as she talked about. But we know Arike is a bucket, and I think she'll continue to get better and better as this tournament moves on.
And even the recognition, as she said, she was missing her shots from the perimeter, so she knew she had to get downhill and get to the basket. That's exactly what she did. This was physical. Both Skylar and Arike were doing a great job embodying up and putting pressure both on the ball and at the rim, but Ogunbowale just too tough.
So, who has the tall task of facing Arike in the quarters? Satu Sabally, the 3 seed in Pod D? Or is it 7 seed Diggins Carrington? Sabally Carrington coming up next. You're watching the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. to Sprite for presenting Unrivaled one-on-one. Here is the Sprite takeover. Here at the Wayfair Arena, we've got our next second round game, the final second round game of the night between 7 seed and Pod D, Diggins Carrington, taking on 3 seed Sabally. All right, hi everyone, Brendan Glasheen with Lisa Leslie, the Basketball Hall of Famer, and Sarah Kustok. This is our last second round game. Stay right here, we've got the quarterfinals coming up here at Wayfair Arena as well. When we take a look at Sabally, the unicorn, finding her groove with Phantom Basketball Club, but now Satu really gets to be opportunistic on her own in this format.
Well, and I think too, just using her size, and we know that she's got such a complete skill set, so what that looks like with how she picks and chooses the type of shot selection that she wants, and also what she can do defensively as well. And I think overall for Sabally, they call her a unicorn for a reason, and a big part of that is just her ability to use her footwork and come at you in so many different ways.
Lisa, what is the path for Diggins Carrington?
Listen, Diggins Carrington can be a problem because she's such a physical player, a hard worker, a top defender. And listen, she can get to the basket, but she's also tough-nosed. If she knocks down a 3, it's going to be lights out. But sometimes she can be a streaky shooter, but don't count out her effort. She works so hard, she may be able to out-hustle the unicorn.
All right, the winner gets Ogunbowale. Let's send it over to public address announcer Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next 2 players to face off. From the mist, a wing from Baylor, number 21, Diggins Carrington. The captain of the Phantom, a forward from the University of Oregon, number 0, Sabally. Sabally versus Carrington. It's coming up next.
The flex, the finger point, gotta love it from Satu and Diggins. The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite. As Sarah highlighted, the size of Sabally, 6'4" against 5'11" Carrington. Both just about ended college at the same time. Carrington out of Baylor, Sabally out of Oregon. They had some battles, those two programs, but they did not face each other in that Final Four in 2018. Of course, Carrington went on to have an excellent career at Stanford and Baylor. Her tenacity on defense, finished all defense in the WNBA this past year. Most improved player. And for Satu, tries to use that size over Diggins.
All right, Miami, make some noise for our final matchup of the second round. We have a 3-7 matchup at the 3 seed, Sabally, at the 7 seed, Diggins Carrington. Diggins, your opponent is known as the unicorn. How are you going to handle all her versatility out there?
Defense is what I do, so I'm ready to get active.
Satu, you heard her say it. Defense is her thing. That's what she's known for. So how do you impose your will?
You just have to compete and stay true to your game, so it will speak for itself.
Yes, and with you being the higher seed, you get to choose who shoots for ball.
I'll shoot.
All right, here we go. Diggins ball, check up.
Defense is what I do. Carrington's gonna start on offense. The most improved player last summer, Sabally, a former top 5 MVP vote getter. Sabally drags that ball away. 2.9 on the shot clock for Carrington. Winner gets Enrique in the quarters. Represent Pod D. He's gonna Carrington with the shoulder shake. Denied at the rim by Sabally. That's clearly been a strength of Sabally's right now, the length.
Well, Sabally with the length and also the defensive stop, she's doing a really good job of keeping the space and using her length. Now, can she use it to get to the basket?
Diggins with the steal, going to the three-point shot. Sabally runs it down.
What I like about both these players, they're very physical players, so it's going to be interesting. Will they settle for the jumper or will they battle for the ball?
On the box out, Carrington takes a tumble. We've already seen her twice go into the stands, hustling for a loose ball and 3-on-3 action here at Unrivaled. Just a tenacious player at the logo, up on the three. Sabally gives it a try from distance.
I'm not mad at the shot because she was able to use the passer and get it back and get her feet set. A good look, but again, use your size, get to the basket, and get some points on the board.
First to 11 points, or the leading scorer after 10 minutes of continuous clock, which you can see at the top left of your screen. That will continue to trickle down. It's a moving clock, even on fouls. So here's Carrington at the line, shooting one, worth 2 points.
And that could be a big difference for Carrington if she can get herself to the line and how she can attack the body of Sabally.
First time we've seen this, Carrington deemed to have not cleared the line. You have to get both feet across the three-point line to establish a clear and then get that reset on the shot clock.
I think the problem was that she was the one who shot it and she got the rebound and the official blew the whistle.
So she should have still been able to attack.
Ball away, Jay goes. So remains the offensive player, make it, take it. Working it between the legs. High off the glass. Just the physicality again there, Lisa.
And you gotta love Diggins. She is gonna play every single second. She's a bigger Skylar Diggins.
Look at her go right. She's a natural left-hander. Sabally's on the board, 2-2. 3 minutes in.
When I look at Diggins Carrington, she's like a bigger Skylar Diggins-Smith. You know, in terms of her heart, her effort, she's not gonna give up. She's gonna participate and run down every single ball.
And you even see it on the on-ball pressure, how tenacious she is.
Throws a hand there, got the space.
We've seen
it felt like a move in the longest yard.
They're letting them play here.
Listen, this is what happens when you're at the playground. You reach, I teach. Go ahead, Satu, Sabally, go into the basket, and she can't help you up right now, baby girl.
For three, tries to ride that momentum. Winner here goes to the quarters to face Arike Ogunbowale in Pod D. And we'll have our remaining 8. We'll have the quarterfinals with you tonight here on TruTV. Carrington falling behind the line now at the elbow. Shot clock violation.
And that's going to be the question with Carrington of what type of shot she can get off, the shot quality because of that size and strength of Sabally.
And Satu's got to have to do a better job. Don't foul her. Just make her shoot over the top without forcing you, fouling her every time she gets the ball. And then even on the drive, take a page out of Nafisa Collier's book. You drive and then stop and gather yourself. Maybe you need to step through as opposed to just going with that momentum.
You may get fouled. She may have a flyby.
Logo 3, way short. And as we've highlighted, these two digging in defensively, that's going to have some wear and tear. And we might have to start taking a look at the clock because it's the leader after 10 minutes. We're about to hit the midway point. Sabally on the spin, leaves it short. There's the outlet passer, and then wrapped up, Sabally gets to Carrington. Satu with Phantom commits about 3.5 fouls per game. We talked about her foul trouble, Lisa, in the first half of games.
Absolutely. So now that she just have that one foul on the floor, she does not want to commit another one, or she will give up a point.
Free throw line extended. Carrington sinks it to tie the game at 4. Enrique watching to find out who she gets next. These two are really going at each other. In a 4-4 game, Diggins short on the 3. Satu takes her time. Now the shot clock begins. Once the outlet passer gets it to the offensive player, that's when the clock works.
Carrington's hands are so quick.
He dared to shoot the 3. 5 seconds on the timer. Nearly a held ball. Carrington missed it. Right now we're working on our longest game of the tournament so far. 4 minutes to go.
You're right about this. This may be highest score as opposed to 11.
Winning score is 11, or whoever's winning after 10 minutes, which is, again, being seen here in the arena. Each gets a breather. Here's Diggins looking to take the lead here in this chippy affair. It's a foul on the floor.
Well, as both players get tired and fatigued, again, fouling is something that's not on your side unless you get it called on the floor. Second foul, then you give up points. Satu using her fouls wisely.
Diggins off on the 3. Come up on 3 minutes left.
Yeah, and they haven't hit perimeter shots at a high rate already, but you can tell that fatigue is setting in the legs.
Satu tries to get by, and a reach-in foul on Carrington.
Carrington has such good hands. Again, defensive stopper is what, you know, she's most known for, her tenacity out here, and she's been able to really disrupt Sabally as she's trying to get to the basket.
Satu again, this time the sidestep, jumper swirls in, 6-4. It's make it, take it. Satu steps into the 3. Trying to extend her lead. Carrington just says, go ahead, shoot it, and she knocks it in.
That was a big one. Obviously, you're within a basket of that winning score, but also to create some separation here with just over 2 minutes to go.
I like it. Sabally got to get downhill now, try to get to the basket, maybe even get to the free throw line.
Got her up in the air. Carrington chases for the ball. Heading our way. So it's Carrington's ball with 7 on the shot clock. Pardon me, it's Sabally's ball with 1:48 remaining in the 10-minute period, but 1 bucket here for Satu. She gets Enrique next. Hands by Carrington. Sabally lofts it in. Satu Sabally is our final second round winner, 11-4.
I love it. It was ugly, and you had to fight for it. And listen, they've watched these women play the first round, and this is they're the last ones coming on for the second round. It's easier watching than getting out there, but now she's got a little wind to her. She'll know what to expect.
And gutted it out.
Yeah,
gutted it out. You said it. They were going at and banging one another.
Okay, Roz standing by with Satu.
All right, Unrivaled, congratulations to Satu Sabally advancing to the next round. Satu, points were hard to come by. How did she challenge you defensively?
I mean, I would say D, honestly, she'll be defensive, All-American, everything in the future. So if not already, she's tough to play against, and all kudos to her.
It was a very physical matchup. How did you navigate all that physicality out there?
I mean, I'm a physical player too. I had an advantage on my height, but she has long arms, so just staying away from her arms was good.
Yeah. Next up, you have Enrique Ogunbowale, who you're very familiar with from your days in Dallas. How do you step into a matchup against such an explosive scorer?
I'll take her three-pointers serious. I'll make her play against the body too, so I'm excited though.
All right, congratulations. Here's your sign. Satu, advance your name on the board.
Just enough energy left for a little shimmy.
Exactly. I love Satu. And you know what's great about her? The player that wants to learn, wants to get better. She's so hungry. She's another player who's always in the gym. And so she's going to take that challenge against Enrique seriously.
And that's going to be an interesting matchup, too, just with the diversity of their skill sets and what that looks like with the size matchup and the scoring.
Enrique is 5'8", and Satu is 6'4". Dijonay Carrington 5'11". So Satu does a little dance, making her way up now to establish our quarter-final matchups. And then there were 8 here in this Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite.
I think every step that players get closer to that winner's box, the more serious it's going to get. And right now, they're like shaking hands, still smiling, and every single step is getting serious.
The play of the game is presented by Icy Hot, official topical paint partner of Unrivaled.
Satu Sabally finishing things off. Look at how strong she had to be to get herself to the basket. Give a lot of credit to Dijonay Carrington and using those quick hands, trying to get in there and protect the basket, but it was just too much from Sabally.
Okay, coming up, Pod C, quarterfinal number 1 of 4 here on TruTV. Alicia Gray, the 3 seed, taking on yesterday's hero to pull off the upset over Brianna Stewart. Aaliyah Edwards had a bye in the second round. Gray and Edwards duel to start the quarterfinals when we come back. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Sprite. Now let's take a look at our Sprite one-on-one tournament brackets. We are on to the quarterfinals, inching closer to the $200,000 grand prize for the winner of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. Burrell, Stevens, Collier, Williams, Edwards, Gray, Ogunbowale, and Sabally all in the mix. All begins the quarterfinals in Pod C as we welcome you back courtside. Brendan Glasheen with Lisa Leslie, Sarah Kustok in Pod C. We'll find out who the winner is there between Alicia Gray, who we saw take down Collier Copper earlier, and it's Aaliyah Edwards, who stunned all of us, I think. Maybe not Lisa Leslie. She saw that one coming a little bit, but a 12-0 victory. We'll begin first with Alicia Gray and what the path is for her. She did play a game earlier today, so that's a new wrinkle to this, having 2 games in one day.
And I'm curious how that affects if you're in a little bit more of a rhythm, especially for a scorer like Alicia Gray, giving you some confidence, or if the fatigue will start to set in. But Alicia Gray, she's got size, she's a big guard, she can come at you in so many different ways with her shiftiness, her savviness, and of course, her ability to shoot from the perimeter.
Alicia at 6 feet, Aaliyah Edwards 6'3", hadn't made a 3 all year in Unrivaled, hits 2 threes over Stewie to record the shutout.
Listen, Aaliyah Edwards has come to play. Listen, oh, Canada, she's a Canadian, but she's an Olympian, and she put the ball in the basket. 12-0 with the lockout. I think this game's going to be a little bit more difficult. She didn't have to play so physical. She's going to need more physicality tonight if she's going to take down Alicia Gray.
Quarterfinals, here we go. Let's send it over to public address announcer Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the first 2 players to face off in our quarterfinals round. From the mist, a forward from the University of Connecticut, number 3, Aaliyah Edwards. From the Lunar Owls, a wing from the University of South Carolina, number 15, Alicia Gray. Gray versus Edwards, and it's coming up next.
Tale of the Tape is presented by Sprites. Look at Edwards for the first time since yesterday, 6'3", so a 3-inch height advantage, the wingspan advantage, of course. Gray is a savvy veteran, though, the 30-year-old against Edwards, who's the youngest player at Unrivaled, just 22 years old, but she just upset Stewie. Confidence oozing.
All right, Miami, let's hear it. We are in the quarterfinals for the first matchup. Let's go. It's a matchup between the 3 and the 8 seed. At the 3 seed, we have Alicia Gray. At the 8 seed, we have Aaliyah Edwards. Aaliyah, you've already pulled off one of the biggest upsets of this tournament. How do you keep the momentum going?
New game, new matchup. That's the mentality.
All right, Leash, you made it very clear that we needed to know you're 6 foot. Well, your opponent is 6'3", so how do you handle going up against a bigger player?
I mean, that don't faze me. I mean, we all hoopers. You just got to get buckets and play hard.
All right, let's see it. As the higher seed, you get to choose who shoots for ball.
Me.
All right. Aaliyah's ball.
The 8 seed, Aaliyah Edwards from Kingston, Ontario. She blanked Brianna Stewart in the first round. She went 5 of 7 from the floor. Fresh legs against the Sandersville, Georgia native Alicia Gray, as Edwards uses her footwork to score.
And scoops under. I think something that jumped out too in the win against Brianna Stewart was her quickness. We can talk a lot about her size, physicality, but she's got a really good first step.
Using the handles, Gray reaches in, commits the foul.
What I like is that Aaliyah is going to be able to realize, one, she's more rested, so play quick, play fast, but also be physical, and she's doing that. Keep taking it to the basket, use your body, use your strength, and get to the basket as much as possible.
Runs out of time after getting the ball back. Never hit rim, so no reset on the shot clock there. So we'll see Gray on offense for the first time.
Gray's making the motion of hooking. I'll say this, they're letting them play underneath the basket. There's a lot of bumps going on.
Step back three, use that to seal her win in round one over Jordan, Canada. Beat Collier Copper 11-5. Edwards misses the three short.
Now, one of the things Edwards had working for her was that she knocked down her three-point shots.
Yes.
If that shot is not there, she's going to have to continue to get to the basket and use her size as an advantage.
Almost got that one to go on the up and under, Alicia Gray. Yeah, Edwards hit 2 threes. And a bank shot triple for Alicia Gray. There's her big, bright smile.
Alicia's laughing because I don't know if she knew the bank was open, but it was open.
3-2, Gray in front. Edwards throwing her hand in her face to deny the ball, but Goggles leash off to the races. Here's the outlet passer on each wing in the Sprite logo. Edwards working.
I think we're on the ground. I think Edwards thinks she's shooting.
Now the officials are going to confer. Nope, she's going to have to go back up top.
But I understand why she's arguing, because she was feeling like she was in her layup motion.
Yeah.
Gray carves out space to chase down the rebound. Alicia fires the three. Edwards using her strength. Edwards rising and scoring.
There's that strength, the size, and the footwork.
Come on, I like the Tiger. She's young, but she is like, I am fighting for this. And listen, when there is money on the line and you keep processing, this is why you do this, that just gives you that extra oomph to keep going.
200K to the first place winner. Edwards, a by and a foul called on Alicia Gray.
Edwards is doing a really good job of the penetrate, retreat, get a little bit more momentum, pull Gray back out, and then going strong at her.
But it's the handles for me, the crossover, the between the legs, like, get in your bag, Aaliyah Edwards. Send a message today. She said it's not a fluke, because we weren't sure. The way she took Stewie down, it was like, can she do it again?
Edwards low dribble. Three-pointer short. Now it's Gray's ball. Using her right hand, flings it with the left switch. Little pep in her step. She's feeling it now. Tied 6-all.
But Alicia Gray, her ability to shoot the three ball, I told you her range is unlimited. Just if fatigue kicks in, her ability to knock it down, she's been very consistent all season.
Rebound Edwards. Now here in the quarters, the winner of course goes to the semis to represent Pod C. Edwards gets the ball back and lays it in. Now, guaranteed at least $25,000 if you win this game as a semifinalist in the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament.
I think Gray, I don't know if she got hit in the mouth.
Well, listen, Edwards laid it on her and took her to the basket with the hip. Oh, she got hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's tough. Now, anybody who's played one-on-one at the park, you know sometimes there's casualties that happen.
Yeah, but there's not no subs in this game.
Now this is an injury timeout. Starting in the quarters, each player does get a 30-second timeout, but that is not the case here with the injury.
And the challenging part of this is that Alicia Gray is laboring with trying to get her mouth right, and Aaliyah Edwards is getting a little bit of breathing room right there. Yeah, she gets her hard with it. I think it was just her head to her face.
Goggles back on and engaged. Ready to go. Edwards ball, leading by 2, a three-pointer, she would advance. Winning score remains 11 through the finals. Edwards, oh my goodness.
Okay, Edwards, I see the focus, you see the face. I told you my dark horse is hot right now.
You called it, Lisa. You see that strut too every time she's walking back up to half court.
And there's the timeout taken by Alicia Gray. Each player gets a 30-second breather in the quarters. In Gray's case, she's playing her second game today. She kick-started our action at 7 o'clock.
Well, it's tough because the advantage is that Edwards is fresh. This is her first game tonight. She has the energy, she plays physical. She's using her height, her length, her reach, and just the heart and fight. You got to give her a lot of credit because this is how she took down Brianna Stewart. But I told you this game she's going to have to play much more physical against Alicia Gray, and she's doing just that.
She is, and she's getting so deep into the paint with those penetrations. She's right by the basket and then has done a good job with her poise and patience at the end of the dribble to cover ground with her step throughs.
And let me just give a shout out to Handy, who's been working with Aaliyah with her dribbling, with her ball handling skills. The reason why she joined Unrivaled was to become better at the position because she usually plays a 4. She's learning to play a stretch 4, shooting further out. She's doing an excellent job in Unrivaled, and she's doing an excellent job tonight playing one-on-one.
Winner here draws the winner of Satu and Enrique. Aaliyah Edwards looks to get it done with 3 on the shot clock. Edwards missed the lay, back up, held ball, keep playing. Edwards, no. Aaliyah Edwards, the lone representative of Missed Basketball Club for the rest of this tournament. Meanwhile, Alicia Gray is one of several Owls remaining here in the quarters.
This is like we're at the park right now. It's one-on-one with no officials at times.
And fouled in the act of shooting. Edwards didn't like that. She punches the ball back out.
Well, I think she was frustrated that when she was under the basket, how much she was getting hit and she didn't get a foul call.
Well, this is the time where she has to keep her composure. Alicia Gray is dangerous. She knocks down this free throw. She can knock down a 3.
It changes so quick.
Changes so quickly.
And a good free throw shooter here at Unrivaled, 84%. Missed it again. She missed a free throw last game too. And one yesterday. Edwards got right by her, and she's moving on. Our first semifinalist is 8th seed, Aaliyah Edwards.
I love it. Talk your talk. The dark horse is coming through. I love it. You know what? She's put in so much hard work. I've been able to watch week after week. It's been great, and now she's standing with Roz.
Aaliyah Edwards with Roz.
Unrivaled, make some noise for Aaliyah Edwards. The 8th seed has pulled off another upset and advances to the semifinals. Aaliyah, it was physical for those final few plays. You did want the foul. How did you play through that and keep your composure to get the win?
How to stay composed. I guess that's the only way she's going to try to beat me, so I had to stay playing through it.
For some people in this tournament, you might be the surprise for them. What's helped you rack up these W's?
Shouldn't be surprised. I played my first year in the league. I think it's just now I'm really tapping into myself, and the confidence is showing, and the work is showing.
You showed off your handles and the mix of your size out there. How were you able to lean in on the fact that you're highly skilled too?
Trusting myself, trusting my work, believing in myself, and that one up there got me, so.
All right, congratulations. Aaliyah, here goes your sign. Advance your name on the board.
How can you not love this for Aaliyah Edwards? This is what it's all about, right?
Listen, I'm over here dancing for Aaliyah because I just love the fact that she's put in that hard work and the effort. Shout out to Handy and his team who's been working with her every single day, and her hard work is shown out there today.
And you heard it in her words. She said, I'm here, I've done this, I've put in that work, and she is so locked in and engaged. That was the fun part. The level of compete has been off the charts for all of these players throughout the course of 3-on-3, but this has been really fun in the one-on-one action.
And then how valuable it was to really not have to play. This is her first match, was right now to play that game, which I thought was helpful for her because she had the energy, she had the fight, and that's what she needed to finish on the inside.
And she was strong. I mean, this is physical back and forth. You see the hands, the bodies, the pressure by both of these players the entirety of the time. But just look at how Edwards persists. She maintains that authoritative nature of getting herself to the basket, and that's what won her the game.
Just one of 4 members of the 2024 rookie class here at Unrivaled. She's in the semifinals of the one-on-one tournament, at least taking home $25,000. In our next quarterfinal in Pod A, we go to the other side of the bracket. Ray Burrell and Azare Stevens, a 4-6 final against Rose. That's coming up next, the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. DraftKings is an official partner of Unrivaled, and new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code BANKSHOT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Looking to crown the one here at the one-on-one tournament, presented by Sprite. Here on TruTV, Ray Burrell, Azare Stevens. They're not in Los Angeles tonight, they're in Miami. Not teammates going head-to-head in one-on-one. Lisa Leslie, the former LA Spark, and Sarah Kustok Ray Burrell took down 1 seed Jewel Lloyd, Sarah, and that's a good recipe to get your night started. Now her next task is a big in Azare.
Big, but confident, and Ray Burrell has come in and understood her strengths. A big part of that is the quickness to get downhill, but her three-point shooting has opened up the game. You watch how relentless she is in getting to the basket, uses the length, and this is going to be really fascinating to watch what that does for a player like Azare Stevens.
See, so all these low seeds are moving on, so now where do you go here in this one? Azare and Sweet Baby Ray.
Well, listen, Azare Stevens, they know each other's game. As you said, they play their teammates at the Sparks. But what Azare has is that advantage of playing 3-on-3 in the Olympics. She knows what it's going to take using her size and her height advantage to get to the basket at 6'6", maybe backing Ray down at times, but also her ability to defend and run down rebounds. That should be her recipe if she wants to walk away with the win.
Hit that three-pointer to beat Shakira Austin. Ray Burrell showing off her athleticism here in Miami at Wayfair Arena. Let's go to Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next 2 players to face off in our quarterfinals round. From the Rose, a forward from the University of Connecticut, number 23, Azare Stevens. From the Vinyl, a wing from the University of Tennessee, number 12, Ray Burrell. Burrell versus Stevens, and it's coming up next.
The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite. As you heard Kenny say there, you got UConn on the left, Tennessee on the right. Those two just had a duel a couple of weeks ago, and Tennessee got the best of UConn. Height advantage for Stevens, 6'6" to 6'2". Also 5 inches on the wingspan, and very experienced, to Lisa's point earlier, as a versatile weapon, and Ray being vibrant.
All right, Unrivaled. For our next matchup, we have a 4-6 slot. At the 4 seed, it's Ray Burrell. At the 6 seed, it's Azare Stevens. Azare, these matchups as we advance are only getting tougher and tougher. What do you lean on to get yourself going here early?
Just my versatility. I can score in a lot of different ways. I can defend, so just playing my game.
Ray, what do you think is your advantage in this matchup?
Same versatility, trying to use anything that I can to get an advantage.
You have the higher seed here, so you get to choose who shoots for ball.
I want to shoot.
All right, here we go, Ray. Azare's ball.
I think what's fascinating about the left side of the bracket, Ray Burrell, 6'2", Azare Stevens, 6'6", Nafisa Collier, 6-footer, Rakia Jackson, 6'2", as we witnessed earlier. Courtney Williams is the one that has a bit of a disadvantage. The winner of this one gets the winner of Fee and Collier and Williams after this. 2-0 start for Azare.
Well, I think to your point, Brendan, if a big has the ability to put the ball on the floor and get to the paint, they have more of an advantage because they're closer to the basket. But the icing on the cake is those bigs can also knock down a 3-ball, which can also give them an advantage.
Every big you listed, they are so versatile in how they can score.
Stevens in the paint makes the floater happen for Zip in front of Ray Burrell.
I think what Azare is also doing great is keeping the ball, her body, between her and Ray.
And make it rain, Azare.
Lisa, she's just so smooth. She doesn't get sped up. And even though she's got a quickness or ability to get to the basket, you watch just how she makes the D.
7-0 lead, stepping to the corner. Short, Burrell parachutes in for the board. Ray uses the head fake, tips inside, she's on the board.
Okay, I like that move. Give me a little up and under counter move. That's nice.
Ray Burrell, a former first-round pick of the LA Sparks, was cut in preseason, and she worked her way back and has really embraced this experience. And wow, it's night and day how she's looked. Embracing the physicality, but Stevens gets there anyway.
Stevens may be slim, but she's strong. You watch how she's using her body and her angles and backing Burrell down to the basket.
You got to remember that she has such experience with 3-on-3 in the Olympics. That's going to play to a great credit for her.
Tried to go for the win there, gets another touch, and then knocked out by Burrell. She grins, and Stevens up 1 foot wins it. Our most lopsided game today, and here in the quarters, Azurá Stevens is a semifinalist. Wow. She will represent Pod A. And Azurá Stevens is with Ross.
Azurá, you came out hot. What helped you find your rhythm out there?
Just being confident. Like, shooting is a part of my game, so if I'm missing, I'm missing, but I'm gonna keep firing.
Yeah, how do you pick your spots, though? Because you showed a combination of skill, of size, of range.
Yeah, just taking what she was giving me. She was backing up, so if you're gonna back up, I'm gonna make it.
What's the pride level out here when you're going up one-on-one in these matchups?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pride. Obviously, me and Ray are teammates in LA, so we know each other really well, our games. But when we step inside these lines, it's competition, and we're trying to get that money.
I know that's right. Well, congratulations. You're on to the semifinals. Azurá, here's your name. Advance it to the board.
I love it. Everybody's trying to get to the money. Take me where the money resides, and that is the motivation behind it. Teammates or not, Sarah, it's like, check out. Let's go.
I really admire, the players such as Gray had to play in the last game, Azurá. It's a long layoff. I realize you liked the rest after you played earlier in the night, but she had the bye, didn't play yesterday, and then you got to wait, and then she comes out and wins at 12-2.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to watch just kind of the advantages of that, what that looks like, especially knowing just how grueling these one-on-one games are. You cannot overlook the conditioning aspect of it and just how players continue to figure out how to pace themselves.
Well, Azurá again doing a nice job. And I like the way she kept getting her arm around Ray Burrell. You got to remember, there's no defense. So once I pass you up, I'm able to get to the basket, a nice hezzy. And then that three-pointer at the end is like, listen, you better get a hand up or it's going in.
All right, so Azurá awaits the winner of Collier and Williams. That is coming up next. We'll have 4 different clubs, we know that for sure, representing in the semifinals. Stevens and Edwards up top. We still have to determine Pod C and Pod D. C-Dub going against Collier when we come back. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Sprites. The official partner of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. We know 2 semifinalists, Azare Stevens out of Pod A and Aaliyah Edwards out of Pod C. Let's find out who Azare has next in the semifinals. Courtney Williams against Nafisa Collier. These Owls are each other's prey now tonight. 8-0 Lunar Owls. Welcome back, folks. Brendan Glasheen, Lisa Leslie, Sarah Kustok. We'll talk to Ross in just a moment. This is going to be interesting, is it not? I mean, we'll start with Fee. She's got the height advantage, Sarah.
A height advantage, and I mean, she said it before her previous matchup that she's shown she's the best player here at Unrivaled. She's putting up the numbers. She's been showcasing the talent. And this is going to be a really fascinating matchup because they are teammates and they have gotten to be with each other every single day and they know each other so well.
I'm just puzzled to hear Courtney Williams talk smack about her teammate in Minnesota and her teammate here in Miami.
Listen, gloves are off. Courtney Williams is fired up. She's locked in. This is a tough matchup for her, though. Fee can do everything. She's a defensive player of the year. She can block shots. But Courtney's going to have to be savvy. She likes to get to her spots. That 17-foot, 15-foot jumper, that's money. But she's also going to have to use her range, shoot the three-point shot, and then maybe use some of what Skylar did defensively.
Yes.
Trying to stop Fee early. Taking that early foul, that might help her get a win today.
Well, an 8-0 lead for Williams, then Ryan Howard stormed back, and then Courtney won it. So we get Fee against C-Dub. Let's go to public address announcer Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, let's meet the next 2 players to face off in our quarterfinals round. It's so good. From the Lunar Owls, a guard. From the University of South Florida, number 10, Courtney Williams.
Of course, sometimes go down when it's $1 billion on the
The captain of the Lunar Owls, a forward from the University of Connecticut, number 24, Nafisa Collier. Collier versus Williams. And it's coming up next.
The tale of the tape is presented by Sprites. Wonder who DJ Sackman's got. He's the one who gave us the strengths for each of these players. Buckets on demand. Or does the service run out for Courtney facing the versatile force in Nafisa Collier with the wingspan and height advantages?
All right, Unrivaled. We have a spicy 1-6 matchup here coming up next. At the 1 seed, it's Nafisa Collier. At the 6 seed, it's Courtney Williams. Court, your teammates with Fee on the Owls here and in Minnesota, how much of an X factor is it that you're so familiar with your opponent?
I mean, it's huge. I know her game, so I got to just beat her to 11.
All right, well, on this side, you've got an opponent who said and told us the championship goes through her. How do you step into this challenge?
It works both ways. You got to get through me, too. It's going to be a battle.
Well said. All right, Fee, you are the top seed, so you get to choose who shoots for ball.
I'm going to shoot it.
Here we go. Courtney's ball, check up.
Now in the lead-up, Courtney Williams and Ali Chagray did some sit-downs with the Unrivaled social team folks and even mentioned, I kind of hope someone along the way knocks Fee out, but here we are.
I'm curious who the rest of the Lunar Owls are cheering for. We've started to see them sitting on the sideline for the last matches.
And we will see one player from a different club in the semis as Williams uses the mid-range. And Lisa, we've watched so many shoot-arounds and practices and the build-up through Unrivaled that they've worked on going against each other just through sets.
They have, but here is the advantage that Collier has. One, she does not take bad shots. Even that shot being bumped, she's still on balance. She's used to taking contact and finishing, and she also has that back leg the step back that she's used to using. So I just feel like she just has the advantage every aspect of this match. And then when it comes down to fatigue, both of these players so well conditioned.
Williams up in her shorts right now. 4-0 start for Collier. Winner moves on to face Azarae Stevens in the semis. Williams catches at the Sprite logo in the triple threat position. Reach in foul by Collier.
And that's, look at how tied up Collier was on Courtney Williams. It doesn't matter the size differential. She knows Williams may have the quickness to get by her. She is bodied up.
Williams looking for some freedom to fire. Williams with her right, stopped by Fee. Shot clock violation, so they'll head back up to the middle of the floor. Collier demonstrating her quickness as well. Now Williams clears. Uses her speed, missed the layup.
I love Fee's strategy, though. I like the fact that she's trying to play her close, keep her tight.
4-0 Collier in the first moments of this head-to-head. Williams with one to fire, got it up in time, short. Again, yes. On the board, 4-2. Ball back to Courtney. We're finding that the player that doesn't get the best start, as long as you get that first one as the trailing player, you feel settled in.
Because it goes so quick, and so you can catch up quickly.
Well, I think fatigue will set in, and I think Collier should try to get to the basket. She's an excellent three-point shooter, but using her advantage, getting to the basket, I think would be the best bet for her early in this game.
Williams shoots the most mid-range jumpers of anybody here. That's a 3. Did make a 3 in her last game. And Collier, 38% from 3 this year. That's a long 2 to make it 6-2 Nafisa. Again, the winner moves on. There's a look at the scoreboard for folks at home. They do put 10 minutes on the clock. Timeout taken by Williams. Each player gets a 30-second timeout here in the quarters.
And you have to imagine, Lisa, you're talking about Nafisa Collier being up and bodying into Courtney Williams. That wears you down too. Those body shots anytime that she's trying to get by her, that's part of the fatigue aspect of it. And Collier with that big, long 2-point shot, probably disappointed in that. You're taking a long 2 as opposed to a 3-pointer.
What do you think Dawn's telling Courtney right now?
I mean, she's just trying to catch her breath, need a little oxygen. But I think it was a smart move to take the timeout because she was gassed. The one thing Collier has over almost everybody, probably except for her own teammate Skylar Diggins, is just conditioning. The fact that she's not exhausted and that she's able to pick up full court and play tight. I mean, that's really to her advantage.
6-2, Collier looking to build on her lead against her Owls teammate. Snatches it back and got the roll. 8-2 Nafisa. Winner takes home Pod B, is a semifinalist, and would take on Azarae Stevens. We have one more game coming up, Arike and Satsu, and Williams gives the foul.
Collier trying to get some continuation on that one.
Courtney's got to find another gear here. Backpedaling a bit to stay in front. Collier flings it, no. Crash in the glass. Now Courtney Williams takes her time to clear, and then a wraparound foul by Collier to stop the drive of Williams.
Smart foul and a nice job by Collier, just a heads-up play because you know you would prefer her to reset up here where she has a specific strategy to try to keep her in front.
Williams, long 2, grabs it, 8-4.
So this is the circumstance you're talking about, though. If she hits a 3-point shot, even a 2-point shot here, you're looking at a quick one-possession game all of a sudden.
As we saw in our first game of the night, Alicia Gray-Copper. Gray stormed back. Now, since has been eliminated by Aaliyah Edwards. Williams to make it a one-possession game. No. Fee can win it with a 3. Now she's in the paint, and there's the take foul there by Courtney Williams.
And here's a point where I feel like if you just shoot a 3, like continue to get to the basket, maybe foul, get fouled, but taking the 2, smart move.
Just wearing her down. 10-4. Collier to move on to the semis and take on Azurá Stevens.
And this just comes down to like heart and effort. I mean, Courtney Williams, give her a lot of credit. She's giving her all. This is her second matchup, but listen, Fee is just doing Fee things, getting to her hot spot.
Moving on.
Calling game.
1 seed in Pod B. Napheesa Collier takes down her Owls teammate, Courtney Williams, 12-4. So we have our first semifinals matchup. It's Collier and Azurá Stevens. Here's Roz with Napheesa Collier.
Congratulations to Napheesa Collier advancing to the semifinals. Fee, Court was telling us she was very familiar with your game. How did you overcome that and get the win today?
You can be familiar, but you still have to stop it. So I feel like that's what I did.
You know, Courtney was doing a whole lot of talking, some tongue-in-cheek. How fun was it to shut that down?
It's really fun. You know, we're teammates in 2 teams, so going back and forth, it's all love, and when we come out here, we compete.
All right, so your next opponent coming up in the semifinals is Azurá Stevens, and we actually have Azurá right here. Please, if you could join me side by side. Yeah! So Azurá, Fee plays some great defense. It's what she's known for. She's the reigning defensive player of the year. What's the hardest part about stepping into this matchup with her?
I mean, yeah, she's just so long. She's so active. We played together in college, so we know each other really well. We know each other's games. But, I mean, Fee's a great player, and it's going to be an exciting matchup.
What's up with you going up against all these familiar foes?
We got a lot on crime here.
She's also got a lot of length. What's the hardest part going up against her length and size? Can that disrupt you in the next round?
Yeah, she's super long, 6'6", so I definitely have to move her.
All right, we are so excited to see you two go up.
I just want to say, go Huskies.
Oh, wow.
I just want to say, hootie-hoo!
I just want to say, go Rosie! Wait, Fee. I just want to say, you still have to advance your name on the board. Congrats, Fee.
Yeah, great call by Azurá. We'll have 3 Huskies in the Final 4 of the one-on-one Unrivaled tournament.
I don't think either of us want to talk about that. I'm teasing. Come on, Brendan, stop rubbing it in.
I think it's awesome, though. These ladies have fought hard. They've worked hard here. And listen, if you're going to bring up the Huskies, they got to take up for Brianna Stewart, who went out in the first round. So, you know, they're representing out here. But the best players are still standing, and that's the beautiful thing. Fee's just been phenomenal all season long, doing what she does. Talked about getting to her hot spots. We talked about her ability to shoot the 3, but it's really that fadeaway. It's the counter moves. It's all the tools that are in her bag that she's able to pull every single time to get the win.
All right, no more Huskies talk. Don't worry, you two. Coming up next, we've got Arike Ogunbowale out of Notre Dame, the 1 seed, taking on Satu Sabally, who will win Pod D and head to the semis. Find out next, the Sprite Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. Welcome inside Wayfair Arena. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Sprite. It's our final one-on-one matchup of the night, our final quarterfinal as well. Sabally takes on Ogunbowale, the 1 seed in Pod D. We thought about swagging and surfing coming back on camera, but we decided not to. We're so locked into the action. Brendan Glasheen, Lisa Leslie, Sarah Kustok. Okay, Satu had to scrape by. We'll get to her in a moment, but Ogunbowale had the bye yesterday, got a feel for what this thing was going to be, and is she going to be the second 1 seed to advance?
We're going to find out, but she did find that smooth rhythm, the finesse, and her ability to knock down shots, how she creates space. And this was a battle between her and Skylar Diggins-Smith. Just a level of grittiness and physicality, ball pressure, but a big part of it, as we always know, is Ogunbowale's ability to get off a shot at anywhere on the floor.
And Lisa, the chippiness there between Satu and Diggins in our game earlier today. Satu at 6'4", I mean, she did a really good job using her length, and that's going to be needed against Enrique, right?
Well, she did a good job, but she's so physical. I think this particular matchup is going to come down to conditioning. They're so familiar with one another, their ability to step back. The unicorn, like she said, she can do it all. If she's able to shoot the 3-ball well, it could be lights out. But again, conditioning is key here, and I believe the player that can get to the basket and will themselves get to the free throw line will win this matchup.
The winner plays Aaliyah Edwards in the semis. Let's go over to Kenny Walker.
Unrivaled fans, here are the last 2 players to face off in our final match of the evening. The captain of the Phantom, a forward from the University of Oregon, number 0, Sabally! The captain of the vinyl, a guard from Notre Dame, number 24, Ogunbowale! Ogunbowale versus Sabally, and it's coming up next.
The tail of the tape is brought to you by Sprite. Well, there's the height advantage for Sabally, her wingspan as well. Both of these players were dynamite in college, still relatively young pros. Enrique's a bucket getter, as we know, and Satu, we saw it on display in her debut game today against Diggins Carrington. Physical, but has some soft touch as well.
All right, Miami, this is the final matchup of the quarterfinals and the final one of the night. Make some noise. What a great night we had here at Unrivaled. This is a 1-3 matchup. At the 1 seed, it is Ogunbowale. At the 3 seed, it is Sabally. Satu, your last matchup, it was a grind. What's going to help get your offense going right away here?
Just making shots, staying consistent, just make it.
All right, Enrique, you've played years with her in Dallas. You're familiar with her game. What's key against Satu?
I think one-on-one is different. Everybody has skill sets, so you just got to try to guard and try to score.
All right, and with you being the higher seed, you choose who shoots for rock.
Shoot. I'll shoot, yeah.
All right, Enrique, shooting for ball. Satu's ball. Check up.
So this time a new chapter for Satu and Enrique, now going head-to-head in a professional setting. Satu with her right hand, can't bake it home. The winner moves on to play Aaliyah Edwards in the semis. Enrique for 3. That was on the Sprite logo. Now Satu, right side this time. Offensive board, jump stop. Enrique's got it. Thought about the 3 on the drive, moving swiftly to the basket.
Enrique kind of just tossed that one up. I think she thought she might be drawing a foul and gets it to go through. She got her arm bumped a little bit, looked laboring.
But Satu's a big girl. She's physical. She's going to have to go through her when she drives or settle for the jumper, which you know she can do. She talked about not hitting jumpers, but listen, Arike usually is a bucket, and when she gets it going, she just saw one go through. It could be lights out.
The professional rank, she's finished top 5 in scoring all 6 years as a pro, and back-to-back threes from the logo. Let's see if she goes for it again. Sidestep 3, no. That was for the victory, first to 11 wins.
Okay, this is going to be important for Satu. Try to get downhill. Don't settle for the 3 maybe. Or settle.
All right, that's a big shot for Sabally to
Nice
have
shot.
life. The key is, can she string them together and make it take it format? There's another short. Oh, board. Going to the line.
That is the balance, though, and you saw as soon as she released it, she was chasing after it, knew it may be off, and to your point, though, that's where you're looking at what the deficit is. It feels big, but if you can play to your strengths, play to your size, and get inside for Sabally, that can help.
So a 5-0 run in response to Arike's 8-0 lead. Sabally is a proven three-point shooter. He's knocked down the 3 at 47% for Phantom so far this year. Driving to the basket, the pull-up jumper, too strong on it. Arike using the outlet passer on the bounce pass. Swings through, driving. Sabally's got it. Palmed it with the right. Shoots, falls down. Now Arike's gonna race. Arike, up fake and blows by her. Wise decision to just take the 2.
Great decision, because I know Satu would have been able to block that jumper out of there. So a great fake and get into the basket.
Arike looks to go to the semis. She's in her bag right now. Arike, Ogunbowale, no. Satu takes her time. Now the 7 seconds card start to come down. Sabally shooting over her with the height advantage. Arike set the feet, deep breath. Now she'll shoot. Satu camps in the corner. They're both out of gas right now.
So tired right now. We're hanging on.
They know how their legs feel, so odds of it going in.
Now Satu's digging in up top. Arike, crossover with the right, altered at the rim by Sabally. All right, Satu now has it back, fires the triple, swirls it home, 10-8.
I like it. They're tired, but they're just still battling. Arike wanting to foul. It doesn't matter. Satu got to keep fighting. Oh, nice. Using the timeout.
Satu calls a 30-second timeout. Each player has one of those, starting in the quarters.
What a critical three-point make. Now she puts herself in position to win this one with a three-point shot, or if not, at least tie up the game. And I like, too, the strategy of calling the timeout there.
And Teaspoon's getting in her ear right now. This is cool. The head coach of Vinyl Basketball Club.
Well, it takes mental toughness right now. You know, your body is telling you you're tired. Arike's shaking her head like, you know, she's giving it all she has. But this is where you got to dig down deep. Playing one-on-one like we in the streets right now. It just happens to be cameras, lights, and action here.
Teaspoon's talked about trying to take Arike to another level, to outbreak. Satu using that timeout, little extra energy. It's a shot clock violation. Arike's nodding now like, okay, let's end this thing.
Well, Arike's doing a nice job of giving her a lot of body, not separating, so Satu is really coming to a wall as opposed to maybe doing like Fee does and doing a counter move at the end of her movement.
Arike shoving for room, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. So a free throw here seals the deal. She was one for the heroics at Notre Dame with 2 game-winning buzzer beaters. With the winning score format here at Unrivaled, Arike to go to the semis. We have our final 4 of the Sprite Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. Arike, one of 2 1-seeds in the semis.
Once again, she makes the free throw, but give her credit for that defensive stop. That's what it took to get her possession back, and that was a huge one to come away with this win.
So, in the semifinals, it's Aaliyah Edwards against Arike, and Azare Stevens against Nafisa Collier.
Wow.
Got our final 4. All right, Arike's ready with Roz.
Congratulations to Arike Ogunbowale advancing to the semifinals. Yes, we'll get there.
Nah.
You were hitting your shot, your 3-point shot to start this game. Can you describe the zone you felt right away?
I felt good, but I think I got too lazy on my layups. I needed to go in stronger, but I'll be ready for Friday.
Defensively, too, you got some stops. What was the biggest challenge defending Satu?
I mean, she's a big guard or a big post, whatever it is, but I'm a big guard too, 5'8", but I got me a little bit of muscle, so.
Absolutely, and a whole lot of heart. You're heading to the semifinals, and you're going up against Aaliyah Edwards. Let's bring Aaliyah Edwards in here. It's an 8 seed versus a 1 seed in the matchup. Aaliyah, you've already knocked out a 1 seed. How are you gonna do it again?
Again, I'm just confident. I'm not gonna look at her right now, but I'm ready for Friday.
And we just talked about it. You're going to be the smallest player in the semifinals. You're going to be the only guard. What does that mean for you?
I mean, that's dope. I'm representing from the guards, but I'm going to have to get my weight up by Friday, drink a couple protein shakes or something, messing with her.
Well, it will be a fun matchup to watch. Good luck to both of you in the semifinals. And before you go, Arike, you can advance your name on the board.
And those semifinals come your way on Friday nights. Here are your matchups. An 8 seed in Edwards against the 1 seed Arike Ogunbowale. They'll face the winner of number 6 seed Azare Stevens and 1 seed Nafisa Collier.
Wow. That's going to be an amazing matchup looking at the final 4 players there. The bigs made it through, yes. Sarah, fighting hard.
Hey, representing you, Lisa.
They represented on the inside. But then you got Arike Ogunbowale, who we've talked about from the beginning being a one-on-one player, this being sort of something that's made for her. Can she make it all the way to the finals?
So we have a representative of Vinyl, Mist, Rose, and Courtney. We'll be right back. We're going to come back and get set for the semis on Friday.